Hi, my name is Anneke van Giersbergen of The Gentle Storm, and this, again, you know what, if I do this at home, I do it like 20 times. Okay, I'm happy it's not live.
I'm not here, it's just...
Okay. Hi, my name is Anneke van Giersbergen from The Gentle Storm, and you are watching Stormbringer, and I'm reading too much. The Austrian heavy scene. I'm doing this one more time, yeah? Hi, my name is Anneke van Giersbergen of The Gentle Storm, and you are watching Stormbringer, the Austrian heavy scene.
Was it clear from the get-go that you and Arjen do this Gentle Storm project together, or was it open? Was it fixed from the beginning on? I want you.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote him an email about something else, and in the same email I said maybe we should just do something together again, because it was a long time ago, but we were always in contact, you know, following each other's careers and everything, and then. I just felt the need to work with him, but then really do like a duo album, because you know he makes these elaborate albums with lots of vocalists and instrumentalists, and I said let's do something just you and me, and he says yeah, I'm working on something. By coincidence, just have like a song or two demoed, and he didn't know kind of where to go with them, and he says let's take this and start from here. I listened to those demos. Of course, they were fantastic already. So I says, yeah, that's great. And then we kind of build up the whole idea. And he says, I want to do concept album. And I said, and I never made a concept album myself. So for me, it was the first time. So I was very excited, and then he says it should be something about the Dutch Golden Age, and I said yeah, it should be a love story, and then he says yeah, but it should be lots of drama, and so we built, and that was really fast process. It was like ta 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 ta, and in the meantime we were writing the songs and the storyline and the lyrics and the whole thing, and it really was for this elaborate because it's a huge double album. And but it went so fast. I think we did in little over a year. We did the whole thing from start to finish. So.
He's a seasoned songwriter, so maybe he did most of the songwriting. Yeah. Or did you do it like 50-50 split together or something?
No. He kind of wrote all the songs. He wrote all the songs. So it's 10 songs, and then I wrote the lyrics. But then of course we kind of talked about all that, and he helped me out lyric-wise, and I had a lot to say about the vocal lines and and also like harmony vocals. So we did actually where we were good at, you know, what we are good at. And then yeah, I really like everything Arjen does, because he has such an elaborate mind.
You did 2 Arjen albums with him, I guess.
Yes, I did. I worked on, and he played on my album once. Yeah, so but it's another experience to work with him on something like this. And I have to say, I am still. I have so much respect for how he does things, like how he makes the whole idea, and everything is in his mind, you know what I mean? And I'm not like that. My big thing, the thing I love most is playing live, because it's more simple. But he is exactly the opposite. He likes, you know, having all these things in his head, and you know, kind of sitting on ideas and then like this Gentle album. So like there's 2 albums, Gentle and the Storm. And the Gentle album, there's like more than 40 instruments on it. And he came up with every part and everything.
It's funny because it's the calmer album of both.
It's true though, but it's a lot richer. It's and that's why sometimes metal people say like, oh, I will probably like the Storm album better because it's heavier. But some of them say, like, I really like the Gentle album better because it's so rich, and therefore it's like really daunting, and so, and the other way around as well. And so it's a surprising album for me as well. I had no idea when I wrote the email like, hey, we should do something here, then this would come out, you know. And it's doing very well, and we play the shows. And of course, Arjen, he doesn't play live. He doesn't. He doesn't like it very much. And I knew that, and I said I should. I'm just talking, right? I'm giving you 10-minute answers. Okay. Okay. So I said I'd like to take this on the road, and he says, yeah, by all means, because almost none of his albums are taken out on the road, right? So,
which is a pity, actually.
I know, yeah. But we formed a band for this especially, but yeah, this is such a kick-ass band, and I'm having such fun playing these songs live. Yeah.
But it's a thoroughly Dutch band this time, is it?
It is actually, yeah, it is. It's really the best metal players in Holland. Yeah, so I'm lucky.
And singer.
Maybe. And, well, but yeah, I'm super lucky. I'm super lucky to have these guys and girls actually. And yeah, so we continue, and even though next year the Gentle Storm shows will come to an end, I'm writing a new solo album, which is also going to be a heavy album. So I'm gonna recruit the guys also for in the studio as well, and for live as well.
You know all the questions I'm gonna ask.
Really?
Yeah, fabulous.
Okay.
Next time I just give you the microphone.
Yeah, let's do that.
No, it's nice that you sit here with you.
Okay, good.
Then have you just
Yeah,
watching you talking.
Yeah.
But it was the love story which was the thing that you said. Yeah, okay, that's a nice background for the whole project, because it's like a 17th century love story about people who are far apart and writing letters to each other.
Yes.
And you actually read some of those letters, real letters from the 17th century. Is this right?
Yeah.
Books about it.
Yeah, exactly. There's an amazing coincidence, and I know coincidence doesn't exist because it's meant to be really. There was a man called Perry Moret. He is the best friend, or one of the best friends of the brother of Arjen. And when we came up with this concept, Arjen's brothers told us, like, this guy I know very well. His thing in life is historian, Dutch 17th century history, and then his specialty is the whole nautical thing, like the VOC, the ships, the whole thing. He knows everything about it, and so I met with him a couple of times and just picked his brain, and he was just telling me blah 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 stuff, stories, I think how things worked, you know, technical things, and he wrote books about it. So I read his books, and also he has multiple books with letters from that time, and if you read the letters from that, because when we think about the golden age, like, okay, people have like 10 children, and times were rough, and you know the whole thing. What we kind of forget is that those people had just like daily lives like you and me. So if a child would die, if somebody would get ill, it was a real drama. And
many people got ill at those days.
Yeah, totally. And you would think like, okay, then it must have, I don't know why, but I used to think that it wouldn't be such a drama if you have like 10 kids and one dies.
Yeah, it's funny as it is, but yeah, you know, it's better than like you have one and one dies.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds stupid, and it is stupid because of course it was horrible, and so I learned things like that, and I try to put it into these lyrics, you know, like the drama of missing each other, him being at sea. And one letter would take like half a year to get to the other person. So in that half year, lots of stuff happened. You know, people got ill, people died, whatever. She got pregnant.
No WhatsApp whatsoever?
No, because I can do this, and my message is now in Japan. And that, so I was totally into this concept, and still am. It's mind-boggling how times have changed, you know.
If you have the opportunity to fly back in time to this era, and be one of the two persons, the one on the ship maybe who has a big adventure seeing different countries, or the lady who's waiting at home in Amsterdam or something. Who is better for you to be?
I would be the guy at sea, I think. Yeah, yeah. Although the lady has the kids.
Yeah.
That's something, but I would like to do the traveling,
the adventure.
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring me on this topic because we had a phone interview. It was shortly after your son was born, I remember, and I had the impression at those days you're going to be just a mother and you're gonna to retire sometime.
Yeah.
There was no talk of big touring and making a record. It was just being a mother. But now you're saying you like to tour, you like to go countries and so on. So are you over this mother phase, this big mother phase for a newborn and a little child now that is like 10 years old or something?
Yeah, he's 10 exactly. Well, actually, I've never been into this phase that I wanted to be home. You know, I always, even though I have a child, I just take him with me. We took him on tour when he was 2.5 years old, and we never, we always did that. And so I always want to pursue whatever it is I'm doing, singing, making albums, expressing myself, traveling. I love it all. And that makes me a happy mother, that makes me a good mother, I think. But it's like a balancing act, home life and touring and whatever, working hard. But it's doable if you all put your mind to it and we all work together. And we're a music family, We always do everything together. And like on this tour, Finn, he was with us for like the first 5 days because he had a holiday. So So
you like it?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. But when he was a kid, he didn't think anything of it because he thought every mother and father do this for.
It's your work.
Yeah.
After all.
It's what I do, and but now he sees kind of that, he thinks it's kind of cool sometimes, very sometimes, and so his mind changes because he grows up, and I think it's really interesting to see that happen. And it's great. I love combining the two because it makes me happy, and we're all very happy with this life. So, and when I got Finn, I was in the gathering still, and we were always touring and playing. Yeah, for sure.
I think it was the interview for the home album those days.
Yeah.
It was just an impression that you say, okay, this will be the last album ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe it's different if you talk to somebody on the phone or you sit here and you look somebody in the eye.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I misunderstood you.
But that would be strange for me to say that this is the last album ever. Yeah.
You didn't say that, but I had the impression.
Okay. No.
There has to be the obvious the gathering question. Of course, you had the anniversary concert with them, the 25th, I think last year.
Yeah.
It was basically the 20th anniversary for you as a singer, would have been.
Yeah.
How was it to be on stage with them again after such a long time?
You know what? It was amazing, and because some band members I didn't speak to for a long time, because we all went our own way, and when we got together again, we kind of immediately talked about doing something like this reunion because. It's such a good round number, 25 years, 20 years for me. And then we said we should invite everybody who's ever been in the gathering. So we had like a huge full stage with all the singers, almost all the singers, 2 bass players, it was wonderful. And the funny thing is, because then was like 7 or 8 years that I didn't play with them, and we went to rehearsal. And it was just like yesterday, like the same jokes,
Yeah, you've been together with the guys for so many years, so you know them.
Yeah, all my adult life, and it's such an imprint on my persona to have been with them. And this music is in my system, and it will never go out. And when René just struck the guitar, it's like his sound, and nobody has this sound in the whole. Scene. His is so specific, and the drumming of Hans, everything is like oh yeah, and I felt like home. It was so nice. It was so nice. And then, but we also said there should be one time because we don't want to. We just want it to be very, very special. So people came from all over the world, and like 30 or 40 countries were there in the venue that day, and it's great. It was really special.
If it weren't so far away, maybe I go there next time for the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It will be like.
So Arjen is sitting at home now, watching the tour via Facebook and YouTube. Everything is fine. Arjen, she's here. She's fine. She's doing well.
And we have you in our hearts and in our minds. So.
What's the first question? It's not me. No, I don't eat chocolate.
I do.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Now you brought me out of my concept.